guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11. Welcome back to the channel. And you know, while this channel is primarily focused on firearms and the outdoors and so on, there's the occasion where a food test does make it on the channel. Now, while I try to reserve most of my food tests for my B channel, coffee, computers, and more, once in a while there's just some stuff that I have to show off on this channel. And when I think about the outdoors, you know, some of the food that comes to mind is like hearty stews and chili. But today on the channel, we're not just trying any chili. This is Wendy's chili in a can. So this is giving you the fast food restaurant experience in the convenience of your own home whenever you want it. Now, it's about $4.40 a can, which is a premium price that you're gonna pay for canned chili compared to say Hormel, which runs about $3.25, or Amy's, which runs about $4, you know, Wolf or Stag, which is maybe $3.75 a can. So you're gonna be paying a little bit more, but at the same time, you're getting that Wendy's taste in your own home. But we're gonna see just how good this compares to the real restaurant, fast food restaurant chili. So we're gonna do a little head-to-head battle, a little taste test, and I'll let you know if it tastes the same, if it tastes different. Consistency can vary a little bit. I honestly don't know how Wendy's restaurants make their chili, if it comes in a bag and they heat it, or if it's made from scratch, or what they do. So there's a chance it could be more watery or thicker than what you get in this can right now. Before we do that real quick, let's just talk about nutritional information. I'd like to get that out to you guys. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick up some Wendy's chili from the restaurant. We're gonna warm this up, do a little taste test, and let you know what we think about it. Is it worth it? Is it not? We're gonna find out today on Travis P11. Now, when we're talking about nutrition here, if you decide to do the entire can, which most guys my age and size tend to do, it's 470 calories. You're gonna be getting 20 grams of regular fat, that's 26% of a day's supply, 9 grams of saturated fat, which is 45% of a day's supply, and this is all based off the 2,000 calorie diet. Cholesterol, 37% of a day's worth of cholesterol. Sodium, 1,720 milligrams. 3/4 of a day's worth, 75% of a day's worth of sodium. Lots of fiber, 43%, 12 grams, 11 grams of sugar, and 29 grams of protein. Half of what you need to survive your day right here in the can. So why don't we go and start off with the restaurant chili. We'll just give you a little taste test and let you know what it's like. Maybe you've never had Wendy's chili before, or you refuse to do fast food chili because you only do it homemade. And then we'll go ahead and warm this up and we'll compare it and we'll see how it is. All right, let's go ahead and get started. One thing I do want to mention real quick, the primary ingredients, just in case you're curious, we've got beef, we've got tomato puree, cooked pinto beans, onions, kidney beans, diced tomatoes and juice, celery, green bell peppers, salt, beef broth, and then it gets into a bunch of the different seasonings. So they've got your core primary ingredients that you expect in your chili. All right, now we'll go ahead and give it a try. So the worst part about all this is what you see off in the distance over there. I'm gonna have to share some of this with him over there too. So, all right, so real quick, this was $3.30, and with the container you get 12 ounces. Let's just call it 12 ounces. Again, $4.40 for 15 ounces. I would say it's probably fairly close. Price per ounce, the pre-cooked chili versus the canned chili. You need to cook it for 90 seconds, stir it halfway through its cooking cycle. You don't add any water to it. It doesn't say that you need to thin it out a little bit at all unless you really want to. That's totally up to you, but I don't plan on it. So let's go ahead and check out the consistency of it. Okay, so we've got the restaurant chili on the right-hand side. We've got the out-of-the-can stuff on the left. You know, color-wise, they appear about the same. Looks like they're using basically the same beans. The meat looks about the same. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, and by the way, I'll be cleansing my palate between both samples with a piece of keto bread. I don't want to use a saltine because that could add some, they could change the flavor a little bit from one chili to the next, but the keto bread has basically no flavor at all. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Consistency-wise, if I didn't mention it, the restaurant style looks a little bit thinner. You know, chili out of a can always seems to be pretty thick anyway until you heat it up, and then it has a tendency to thin out a little bit. Once in a great while, I do add a little bit of water, but that's not the case here. All right, let's try the restaurant stuff and see how it is. We're gonna get a bite with everything in it. Very mild flavor. You know, the chili powder's in there. Definitely notice the beans, the two different kinds of beans going on. Very neutral. They do give you hot sauce that you can use to heat it up a little bit if you want to. Sometimes I throw a little sriracha in there. Let's get some of the meat and vegetables. I've had this stuff a million times before. I love homemade chili, don't get me wrong, but that's not always the option when I'm on the road. The hamburger, it's very coarse. It does break apart easily. If you've never had it before, it does taste like real ground beef. It doesn't taste like something like squishy or pressed or formed like a lot of cheaper meats might be in other chilies. And I like Stag chili and Hormel chili and Wolf chili. I really am not picky when it comes to chilies. Amy's Organic is really good too. All right, one more bite. little bit tangy. Yeah, it's good. It's very neutral, very basic. Just kind of what you'd expect from just a simple chili, all right? Now, let's try the stuff out of the can. Okay, so the stuff out of the can does look, again, a lot thicker. Very similar to like Hormel chili. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and take a bite and just try it. So one thing I do notice right away, the onion flavor isn't as predominant. The vegetable flavor isn't really there, like the green peppers or the green, yeah, whatever they put in there for peppers. I don't really seem to notice it as much. The meat's a little bit chewier. It doesn't really break apart quite as easy. But again, we're talking about something that's designed to sit in a can for like a year. You know, you'd maybe expect it to not be exactly the same. The overall flavor and character of it, it's pretty close. It's just something maybe a little more tangy or something just a little bit fresher about the restaurant stuff, and that might make sense, you know, when you think about how it's processed and prepared. It's a good substitute when you can't get to the Wendy's, and I know our Wendy's and our runs of restaurants will sell out of chili in peak winter months. It's a really cold day, like everybody goes and gets chili and they have a tendency to sell out. So if you're a Wendy's chili fan, pick up a couple cans of it. You can just kind of have it sitting around, you know, and it's something you can make whenever you want to. Again, you're gonna pay a premium price for it, but for what you're paying, it's basically about the same as going, now I got a small chili for $3.30. The large is probably gonna be about the same price. I don't know what a large chili costs, but I could imagine it's much more than the small. You know, so that large chili, if that's, let's say that's maybe 16 ounces or 20 ounces, you're gonna, again, per ounce, you're gonna be paying about the same price. So shout out to my mom that actually got that can of chili for me because they kept selling out at the store and she managed to snag one as soon as it first came out. So Mom, thanks, I appreciate that. You provided lunch for today. I gotta stick with the restaurant chili. I mean, I have a tendency to dress it up with some hot sauce and some saltines, but just overall, the taste is just a little bit different. And again, maybe it's just because it's not quite as thick. Things just taste a little bit fresher. The hamburger breaks apart a little bit easier. You know, it's almost like you're having it just like right out of the pot, not necessarily the next day for leftovers. Either one I think is gonna be acceptable, but I'm gonna go ahead and say winner chicken dinner goes to the restaurant grade Wendy's chili. All right, guys, so real quick, single serving information here. I just want to mention something real quick. The restaurant chili has 240 calories and 11 grams of total fat, 4.5 saturated for one serving. Out of the can, because I mentioned the whole can, you know, contents earlier, one serving out of the can is 280 calories, 12 grams of total fat, and 5 grams of saturated. So you're getting more calories and more fat out of the can also. That's also something to consider if you're trying to watch what you eat, because honestly, the Wendy's chili is about the healthiest thing you can get on the menu, short of, say, some of the salads. All right, so just nutritionally speaking, it's a little bit better for you also to get the restaurant chili. Of course, it's hard to get away from the restaurant without grabbing a Frosty and some fries, but anyway, you do you. All right, let's bring it back for just a few final comments. All right, guys, so I'm Travis P11. Thank you so much for watching today as we did our little comparison of the Wendy's restaurant chili versus Wendy's canned chili. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I got a lot more content coming your way. I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.